So again, to my left we have Simon, aka
Valar Nix.
We have Mitchell, aka
Vesryn of House Jafar.
We have James.
Max. City
We
Girl.
have Bree, our editor's here for a change, guys.
Charlemagne.
And of course, we wouldn't have a full party if it wasn't for...
Tom, Escobar Centuro.
And of
We
course,
call him
as your
And we call him Tom for
formidable dungeon master, Laurence Manser. So welcome back, guys. We'll hopefully go through a bit of a recap from Chapter 1, Welcome to Swan Manor. A strange lady by the name of the Widow visited a man named Escobar in a tavern known as the Salty Bone Inn.
That feels like someone ago.
There he learns a lady was awaiting him at the Arcane Jewel in Amberton City with potential news on the whereabouts of his old ship. A lady named Heidi who had short silver hair and blue eyes. Valar. No.
I'm pretty sure I did put it in my notes here somewhere. I didn't actually. Yeah.
Valar and Vesryn learnt of the horrors awaiting them at their headquarters in Talon's Hearth. A branch of their order known as the Order of the Pale Tree. Their friends and loved ones were butchered and left slain in the streets and, of course, in the central tree in which they called home. They found a note that reads, "Whoever reads this, find the Order of the Eternal Fire. I heard them say something about the Arcane Jewel in Amberton City. Find the hand and void," and it cuts off. Max encountered a strange man, obscured in mist and in shadow. He learnt of his parents and the conflict between his mother and her father. An arranged wedding bringing sorrow to Max's mother who loved another man.
Was that you as well?
Surprise!
Don't call him the voice for nothing.
Max, I have something to tell you. Come here, son.
Sit down by my side.
That creepy man in the forest never told you about it.
All members met at the Arcane Jewel. However, they were completely strangers then. A strange magical place where drinks can levitate to you, singing from and music coming from pretty much nowhere, out of nowhere. Strange things happened only too quickly though, as you reawoke in the same place, but there was no one there. It was abandoned and just you guys. And that's where you all came in, except for Charlemagne, who's yet to have come in. A pristine. We follow the road heading towards a manor called Swan Manor. Swan Manor was not at all what it seemed at first glance. A pristine building in its prime with well-kept gardens and a courtyard was merely a mask for a much more dilapidated, rotting and infested manor that actually stood before them. Inside was just as horrifying. Rows of portraits of a family that the party later learnt were killed by the possessed father, William. William Swan found a golden statue in an old cemetery. He kept said statue and gradually it consumed him, driving him to madness. This statue was found in the attic. Elizabeth Swan, the young girl, was quite the avid storyteller and writer, as we learnt, was in the process of writing a story titled The Tale of Gin. She was drowned in the lake. Her brother George was burnt alive, and Isabel, William's wife, was killed with an axe, and her skeleton lay spiral on her bed. Now, it did possess someone for a brief amount of time. Was that you, Max? I feel like it was, yeah.
No idea why.
We made some poor choices in that house.
There were a few mistakes.
Okay. Speak for yourself.
We made some poor choices in that house.
A part of me feels like you're going to be like the party dad who's just like, oh my god.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
Jeez. Just go home. That's
Yeah, and I feel like I'm going to become the party mother. Now, you've touched that. And you really shouldn't have touched it. So for next time, we're going to make sure we don't touch something that looks similar to that, okay?
Look
I'm
at
not
Dad's face.
angry.
Yeah, look at
I'm
his
not
face.
angry. I'm just
He
really
will
disappointed.
stun
I'm not mad.
stun
I'm
you.
just disappointed.
Exactly.
Which is the grown-up way of saying I'm mad.
And the grown-up way of saying that, like, you have lost my love.
That was always worse when you were growing up. It wasn't the madness. It was that they were disappointed.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in trouble when Vesryn starts.
There's a whole
asking
nother
if we washed
level
our
of
hands.
you.
You wash your hands yet?
Now, did you take a jumper?
Max, don't get possessed again.
Starts right
Now,
again.
if you feel yourself getting possessed, what do?
Scream.
That's a good start. We're learning.
Why did I think stop, drop, and roll just then? If you're getting possessed, stop, drop, and roll.
As lava rolls over the top.
Yeah. This might take longer.
Dear. Have you explained the insanity mechanic to Bree?
Yes, so the insanity mechanic is sort of a bit of a homebrew thing. We didn't get all that much time to really delve into it. I feel like it was...
I did. I lost a lot of sanity last
You
night.
did.
I feel like you were deliberately seeking it out though. I really want to test
He
this.
wasn't deliberately seeking
I
it
just-
out. He just happened to be where all the sanity checks were required.
Look at that.
And didn't pass any of them.
This whole room is dilapidated except for that mirror. Oh my god, look in it. Like,
So for Bree and those who are listening, the sanity bar sort of works like this. It's sort of separate to your HP or AC or anything like that, but it's equally as important. We all start with the same amount of sanity, 100 points. The bar is separate to other types of ability scores, HP or AC, however is equally if not important. If asked to do a sanity check / save, it is a D20 roll, plus your constitution and wisdom modifier.
Note to self, I can't remember how this went.
I will never remember
for
how
me,
this went.
it's a straight 0.
Is your con 0?
I've never
Look,
been so
I was
glad
even
have
trying to
chosen
be
play
forgiving
along.
by giving you like an extra thing to add to it in case you didn't have
Is
like.
it just saving throws or your actual?
No,
So it'd be-
yeah.
Oh my god.
So just your raw modifiers for wisdom con
Yeah,
added together. Right?
yeah.
Why is everything,
You
I have
don't
a
add
feeling that I
proficiency
did
or
not
anything.
fix
Oh
that
my
up.
god.
I don't
Nice.
think I fixed that up.
I forgot.
I don't know.
I so forgot.
Your stats like shit.
I don't think I
Oh,
fixed
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Sorry.
The only
I mean, I've got
way.
-1
I pressed a switch.
Go on, man.
Forgot.
You're actually
The only way.
I
You
have
start
gone
off with
a lot of
3d12s
it.
that you can use in a short
better than
rest.
mine.
You start off with 3d12s that you can use in a short rest. But they can't get them back. The only way from there is by green potions.
I think that comes later.
So if you see a green potion, keep it.
Oh, I used one of those. I did.
You did, yeah.
Just why you're still
because we were
saying.
worried about you.
But effectively, I will.
did good.
If it comes to that, I'll explain what happens.
Tasted nice.
Clarify.
And if you reach 0, nothing but bad things happen. Nothing but bad things happen. I roll a
is that?
d4 and it determines which bad thing will happen to you.
Kind of just wants me.
I know, I was going to say, how tempting does that become? You definitely don't want those things. Do it.
I feel like I did, just to see.
But if I'm near 0, right? It's not that much of a jump to 0.
So nothing happens before you hit 0.
Pretty much. There's only like... actually, I think there was like one. You start to... where is it?
Twitch nervously.
Okay, if you get down... Alright, if the sanity bar reaches below a 5, but not 0, the player must flip a d2 to determine whether or not they will actually do what they want to do. So, for instance, you want to do an action or you want to attack, you have to roll a d2
That's
to see
tedious.
if you'll actually commit to that. Otherwise, it'll you won't.
I want to do this thing. 50-50.
I attack you! Oh, no, I don't.
I'm gonna take now. Second thoughts. Don't really feel like it. So anyway, that's how the sanity bar works. It shouldn't
Haste.
be too much of an issue for this one, though.
I love you.
So anyway, we learned that there was another person who lived in Swan Manor. A witch a wannabe witch in the Covenant.
That's right.
Yeah.
Their basement.
Oh, that basement.
Eldris
we
Eva.
go into the basement?
I like how
Have
the
we
solution
seen
was
no
literally...
horror films?
Yeah, I know.
The solution was literally just light it on fire.
Yeah.
It's so simple too. Like,
Hey, burning it with fire
There's a
nearly
book.
always works.
I'm gonna burn the book. Okay, you win.
A secret chamber beneath the kitchen brought pain and misery through traps, as some of you discovered. I've forgotten who walked on the spike. There was someone that walked onto the spike trap.
You again, wasn't
You again, Max.
Definitely wasn't.
I'm pretty sure it definitely was.
However, the party found a table and a ritual circle, as well as various items on the table, including bones and a doll made of human hair.
You touched the doll with human hair, didn't you?
With a knife, I think. It
Yeah, I
wrapped
touched it with
knife.
my
Yeah.
my red.
And then we burnt it.
Then we burned it.
Yes.
It just sounds like that
Have you
you've
washed
been
your-
doing it all the
No, I haven't. Well, no, because we burnt the doll and then literally we got sucked into that portal. So technically, my sword still has doll juice on it.
And of course,
I'm concerned that the doll had juice in it. That seems very unsanitary.
after that, the house started to collapse and in on itself, and you guys reawake in the brig of a ship, and that is where we had left our session.
Oh
Thank
my
you for
god,
the
you're a
recap, 'cause
swashbuckler.
I'd
You are so at home. God.
I'm like, oh, we're on a boat. This is my thing.
So for those who are listening, don't know, what we're doing is we do a full recording of the chapters, and then we break it in half an hour, bite-sized episodes. So we actually haven't done a recording for some time, so that's why it's good to have a little bit of a recap so that we have some understanding of what is going on
I
exactly.
have episode 3 and 4 reading. I just need outros for them.
Brilliant. So
We can do that today, yeah?
I'm gonna film it after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Does one of you three want to do
Yeah,
the fourth one?
Yeah, we can all just have a go.
Unless you all just want to record them to
Yeah, well, it might not be a bad idea.
Easy.
just give them to me. So
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
You don't have to specify like what happened.
What are we
It's just
supposed to
like-
say?
Hi, I'm Vesryn of House Jafir, and you've signed up for your own version of hell.
yeah, add your own flares to it.
Yeah.
So you have all awoken up in the brig of a ship. You see a couple of people in sort of leather armour. There's a simple table. It's got a pouch which looks like it might be filled with some coin. And they're currently sitting around playing card games. There is another room in the back, and of course there are stairs heading down into that area. You guys are in a iron cell.
When you say you
And-
guys, it's us 4 or 5?
4.
4.
I haven't been
Yeah,
on
not even
it.
there yet.
Oh
Oh my god, we got a new player!
If you are Barbosa on this ship, I am going to be so proud of you.
For those who cast spells, you feel like they're dampened. You feel like inside the cage that you're unable to cast.
I know about you guys, but
I'm just saying, it's well thought.
And setting the boat on fire?
You feel
Not a
discriminated against.
Not a plan.
Oh, it's always a plan. Let's not forget what happened last time. It is always a plan.
Fire is never not on the table.
It's never on the
Let's
table.
just leave fire as option Z.
I feel like that's
if we get
exactly
that
what I
far-
had noted down. Like, mustn't let him use fire.
I think, and this is something you should be worried about, fire is the least of your problems with me.
There seems to be a commotion heading up on deck, and you hear footsteps at the top calling for the guards to come up.
Can we look around our cell? How well is this cell built? Like, it's obviously like some form of brig.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a wooden brig with like steel bars on the door, like as in like the grate? Or, like, is it like wooden walls? Is it like steel walls? Obviously, I
what
feel
does the
my
lock
magic
look like?
suppressed. Yeah, can we see the lock from our side? Is it on the other side?
There are currently 3 cells built on your side. Roll me a perception to see what you can determine.
You allow all of us to roll, or do you want us to help
Specifically,
You won't
because
need to.
called for it. Yeah.
That is a 25.
Okay.
Well, I rolled a 19 and I'm like, you guys,
If only you'd rolled a 26. No, you see there are like 3 cells built into the side. The iron bars go around the front and on top.
Mm-hmm.
However, the back walls and the side wall in one of these cells is made of wood from the ship.
Okay, cool. So that's the actual ship.
But you have a feeling that you're down below as well.
Yeah. And are we all in the same cell, or are we across the 3 cells?
You're all in the same cell.
All
You're
in the same
currently
cell.
in the
Is there
middle
anyone
cell.
in any of the other 2 cells?
No.
Do we have our equipment?
No, you do not.
Wow. I don't know about you guys. I gotta be honest with you. There's a
That's
first time
bad.
I've ever been refuted.
Yeah. I feel that we should have really watched our drinks. Maybe done the whole coaster thing. I don't know.
I don't know what they said to them, but it worked pretty well.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a hangover, so that's. Do I have a hangover?
Your head hurts a little. I mean, you did sort
I
of...
have a really high con. You guys must be suffering.
You guys are like, oh.
And your body is a temple, so
my mind is as still as the lake.
that's without the roofies, though. Can we see any keys in the room around us, or they look like they were on the guards as they left?
They look like they're on the guards, yeah. I was
Okay.
about to say cards, but guards.
Yeah, and to be clear, they've left now, haven't they?
One has left. And just as that person left up the staircase, he comes tumbling back down again.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
With a blade inside him, looks like a dagger.
Okay, is there anything in the cell with us?
No.
No chairs, no tables.
So
no
nothing
beds.
I could use to pick a lock, for example.
No.
Are we? We're obviously still wearing our clothes.
Yes.
Cool. Can I use the pin for my belt buckle?
You could try.
You want me to use that?
Yeah.
Roll me a sleight of hand as you try and fidget, and at the same time...
You want me to do it?
Yeah, 100%. It's not going to be me. I'm the ideas man. I'm Steve in this situation.
Okay, so, of course, 13 plus 5 is 18.
You do a pretty decent job. However, it doesn't click open. And as you're busy trying to fiddle with it, and the body tumbles down, the other guard sort of draws his sword, but the dagger lifts out of the body and is thrown at that guard.
Magic dagger.
Or invisible person. Okay. Think of which one might be more likely. Just throwing it out there.
I mentioned my intelligence is 9.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but your
Just so
wisdom
we're
is
clear.
high. Your wisdom is high, okay? Let's throw it out there with like levels of what we believe plausible.
Yeah.
Okay.
A mysterious figure in a cloak and hood walks down the steps towards you guys, collects the keys, then off one of the guards, and moves back her hood. You recognise her to be the lady at the Arcane Jewel, with short silver hair, blue eyes.
Oh my god,
I
you were
thought
there the
that
whole
was going to
time?
be the best entry.
And it wasn't actually her.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have a far more mundane entry, aren't you? that's not as exciting.
Excuse me. I got plans.
Alrighty.
All right.
She looks at you and says, "We don't have long. In about 5 minutes, the Eternal Fire arseholes will have sunk this ship. The mercenaries
Bronzer?
and, of course, you."
Heidi.
Heidi. Yeah, Heidi.
Heidi.
Yes.
Howdy ho.
We don't have long.
That's
Someone was
different.
going to say that.
We don't have long. You need to, when you get onto land, you'll need to meet me at the lighthouse. By then you'll know what that means.
Alrighty.
When you get off the ship, your stuff is in that room, by the way. If she points over to the room that's in the same
Yep, deck,
sort of
yep.
brig, yep. It's unlocked. Once you get off the ship, head southwest.
Okay.
When you hit land, you'll be able to see the lighthouse.
Okay.
She unlocks the stuff, and then she looks at you and says, "We'll be talking soon." And then, in the gust of wind,
You'll be like,
disappears.
I have questions.
I'm busy unlocking.
Meanwhile, he's like, I got this, and the door's already open. See? Meanwhile, I'm holding up my pants, being like, very good.
Yeah.
Can I have that back now? Okay. I would like to, without even grabbing my stuff, if I exit the cage, do I feel my magic stronger again?
Yes, you do.
Okay, cool. While that's happening, can I get everyone else to grab their equipment from the room? I'm going to go to the stairs, keep watch, and just poke my head up the next level to see what's going on while they're doing
I'll grab his gear whilst I'm in.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because, I don't require a lot of gear, and I can sort of defend myself without it, but you guys require gear.
Well, we're certainly more dangerous with gear.
That's true. Well, actually, you probably don't require that much
I
gear.
don't require that much gear. But the one piece of gear I do require is in that room.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll grab the money pouch off the table on the way to the
Good idea.
room.
Brilliant. You grab the money pouch. There is actually 60 gold pieces and 3 silver. Yeah.
Nice.
Put that in my back pocket.
Yeah, we all keep track of the fact that he has the bag of coins.
Who is...
You've actually
looking
written that
after
down
party and
specifically where you can
stuff?
see.
No.
Did we have
Yeah.
anyone looking after party stuff?
I can be a note taker.
There was a totem from last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys still had the totem. Yeah, it'll be in someone's backpack.
Yeah, we should probably have a party items just to keep track of what we
I
have.
can set up a different Google Doc.
Yeah, even just a Google spreadsheet would be great, just with everything in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
And nothing screams
so you've-
harder than an Excel spreadsheet with our gear in it.
Can I just say how awesome it is when you can even get your calculated totals based off the gold
Nice.
copper, because that's important, and then you can work it out afterwards.
So we got the totem.
Lawrence is like, note to self, Google spreadsheet.
Excel
You should
spreadsheet.
just you should have the name of every single character, and every single time that someone goes down unconscious, it's strike. Strike.
I stand by every party should have a stats keeper.
100%.
So when you get to the when you get to a certain point in the campaign, the person is like, okay, well we've killed 15 goblins, 75 humans.
It's super important.
Max has killed 14 humans. 3 of them were with magic. 11 were with sword. That would be so good, wouldn't it?
Like at the end of every stage of a computer game.
Yeah. Like when you open up your stats in Skyrim and it's like you've committed 55 crimes.
The guards really want you.
That sounds like me.
So then you have party items, and then you can scroll across and you got party gold as well.
Oh yeah.
So how many people have you killed so far?
Not a lot. We haven't. Did we have combat?
Individuals?
We did.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we
we
killed
had
the,
combat in the attic of the
They
house.
killed William
Yeah.
Swan.
Yeah, and those 2 ghost
Or
things. that come up.
whatever he
Yeah,
becomes.
skulks.
Yeah. All right. I'll set up a little thingy.
Brilliant.
Thingy.
All right, as you make your way to the top of the stairs to have a look, can you roll me a perception, please?
Yes, so that was 14.
14. You do see enough. You see that the what looks to be mercenaries on top deck, busy running from side to side, sort of carrying cannonballs and stuff like that. You do see a much larger vessel. You notice that on the flag, it has the same image of that tattoo, except on the flag, and it's surrounded by this flaming wreath.
Marvellous.
Yeah.
So that was the image, the flaming wreath?
Flaming wreath, and then it had the tattoo that you noticed on the...
What was the tattoo again? Sorry to remind me.
It was one of the dead bodies of the people that attacked
Yeah.
You remember I found
the Order.
one of them had
Oh,
a
that's such a...
distinctive
Yeah,
tattoo.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my eyes are going to go red for a second. Let me just
I
quickly...
didn't put anything in the brownies.
I didn't say it from that. I can't cast message. I don't have my rod with me. I'm gonna no, I'm gonna keep that to myself. So those mercenaries are carrying cannonballs to load onto their ship. Is that what they're doing with them, or are they throwing them overboard, or
No,
are
they're
they
firing.
Cannonballs, they're
They're
getting
firing
ready
them.
to fire
Okay.
back.
So are
Yeah.
you saying that the other ship is the one with the tattoo, or our ship is the one with the tattoo?
The other.
ship. What are we flying flag-wise?
You're flying just a pure black flag.
Pirate flag or
Yeah,
something.
but it's not doesn't have a skull or anything. It's just a black flag, solid black.
Okay, so we are Assassin's Creed. Okay. Okay. And do I notice on our deck anyone who seems to be in charge? Like shouting orders and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's definitely 1 or 2 people shouting orders.
And how many people do I roughly see on deck altogether?
You can see currently maybe 15. There's more coming up from the other side.
Okay.
Down below.
And is there like a hatch that closes off this stairwell?
Yes.
Okay,
It's like got it peeked open like that. Just a
Alright,
little
cool.
bit, yeah.
I'm going to close it back down again.
Mhm.
I'm going to run to where these guys are. I'm going to relay everything I just saw. And I'm going to tell them we should get a ship. How would you feel about being a captain?
And as you start talking, you hear a loud explosion hit the ship, and then you're hearing the sounds of cannons sort of firing backwards and forwards. We are going to do an ability challenge.
Okay. We can still
Try
have a
and get
ship.
off the
When we pick you up, we're going to be riding in style.
Okay.
You feel like the rumbling, the
talk
ship's
about
starting to toss and turn. The weather outside when you looked as
I'll be
well
your captain,
was
even though you don't
raining
know
and
yet.
storming.
Deal.
Swell rocking the ship sort of up and down. It's definitely going to be a battle.
And the other ship is significantly larger. you see.
Significantly
And
larger.
we're...
Think of like a man of war against maybe a
Sloop. Okay.
sloop, yeah.
Okay, just as an aside to work it out, when I was looking, did I manage to see any shoreline from where I was, or too hard to see from where I was?
You couldn't see any shoreline
Yeah,
at
cool.
all. It's dark, there's rain just pelting down. There's no
And-
shoreline that you can see currently.
That being the case, dark, rain, fighting, have they thrown out their longboats yet?
You couldn't see that. They did have longboats on your on the ship that you're on.
Yeah.
They also have longboats on theirs, but
So you know when you said we need
none of
a
them
ship?
seem to be.
Yeah, well, I didn't say size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need longboat.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Race you to the longboats.
So we're going to roll initiative.
Okay, before we get
Good deal.
started, I just want to make sure when we're raffling through our stuff, that I pick up the sword that we found in the attic of the house.
You feel it. It's currently wrapped in cloth. 'cause
Yeah.
you put it
Oh, is
back
that
in
the
cloth.
evil ones?
Yeah, that's the reason I'm hesitant to become a captain of a ship.
Ah, right.
It's like kind of like a perfect storm if I touch that sword and become a captain of a ship at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
That's a trash initiative roll to start with.
My initiative always...
No, it's not. Actually, I've got quite a nice
It
plus
was
2
never
initiative.
that 20.
Is Bree also rolling initiative at this point?
No. Sorry.
No.
Soon.
She's gonna be
Yeah,
in
very
she's gonna be
good.
in the lighthouse if we make it there.
Oh my god, she's in charge of a ship. That's even cooler. You are already a captain.
You're a pirate.
Poor Laurence is sitting there going, I should have thought of that.
Note to self, Bree is captain.
Madly scribbling.
Captain must go down with the ship.
Get a second character right there.
You haven't even been introduced, you die.
Yeah.
Okay, so 25 to 20.
Never even met me. It's like, oh,
Sorry?
she's
25 to 20.
No.
going down with the ship.
Anyone get
20 to 15.
17.
16.
Don't keep to yourself, guys.
What's
Okay,
it like
15
having
to
a
10.
10.
13.
Brilliant. Got the order. Alright, Valley, you're up.
So
So this ship is tossing from side to side. It is hard for you to keep balance.
Yes, well,
As you are.
I'm me though, so I think you'll fight on.
Yeah, he's actually
Famous
doing
last
handstands
words.
right now.
I'm gonna acrobat my way up. So, in terms of the orientation of the ship,
I'm going to put a timer down by the
no.
way.
So I just simple question: which side is the enemy ship on?
Currently, you're left, so if you're going that way, to be on. Yeah.
Okay, so it's port side.
Yep.
I turn to the other and say we'll make for the starboard side of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and I flip open the hatch and make for the nearest longboat.
Alright, so you got to say. Actually, do you know how ability challenges run?
Nope.
So he's.
That could be handy.
Good start, good
That could
start,
be
sorry.
handy.
So ability challenges, use your ability on that side there. You've got to try and make it sort of work. So you describe, I'll give you a scenario.
Right.
You're currently
I
sort
have
of
to tell
finding
you
the
which
balance.
ability I'm using, or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My apologies. So clearly, I'll be trying to use my acrobatic skill to nimbly
Isn't it
cross the deck
like use kind of
get to the
same one.
longboat
Yeah.
Usually.
Okay.
and
so
use my
you roll-
perception to work out how to lower the longboat.
And
They just do
generally
one.
speaking,
So
whatever
one?
you use,
Yeah.
we
So-
can't then use.
Yeah, otherwise you get disadvantage on it.
Yeah.
What, acrobatics?
So if
So
you
if
use
you-
acrobatics,
any of you
No,
planning
that's
on
good.
using acrobatics?
no,
together?
acrobatics is probably a good start.
Yeah, I was going to try and use it, but you go.
You also have other ones, like you have
Yeah.
stealth, you have
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So you roll for that.
It's
and
an
you gotta make a
11.
DC.
Sorry, it's the light is better there. So 11 plus 8 is 19.
That is a success. So, despite the ship sort of rocking and turning, you still manage to keep your footing, and you get up to the top of the stairs. Right behind you is Escobar.
Alright.
As you are going up the stairs, a cannonball hits part of the brig behind you all, and like splinters of wood sort of fly in your direction.